Now let's talk about my faith journey. First of all, I want to say no diss to these people, but Bryce Crawford and all of these people that you know probably pretty well have these crazy stories about, like I was going to kill myself, blah, 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 blah. But then Jesus appeared to me. That didn't happen with me. I don't have a crazy story. I don't have anything to be like, whoa, to make you be entertained. And I'm not saying that was for entertainment for those people, but, mine's very boring. But I think it shows that it doesn't have to be entertaining. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be drastic. It can be small. I was dealing with things, but didn't, I wasn't at the end. I wasn't at the verge of anything. I didn't really have any questions about the universe. I didn't really care. It wasn't like I needed an answer, and it wasn't like I was scared of death either. It was subtle. I got introduced. I think Andrew and Tristan Tate were actually the ones to introduce it to me, which sounds like, oh my goodness, but I think they were, because I saw the morals that they had when they talked about it. I'm not saying that they're a great representation, but I was like, oh, the morals are good. Okay, I could get into this. I could do a little bit of research. I did the research, and then I was like, okay, I like this. This is great. You're supposed to treat people very well. You're supposed to be very generous. I could dig this. And so then, yeah, I slowly started reading more, and then click one day, saw Jesus. No, not what happened. I've definitely felt him a lot, but not in a drastic way either. It's not like I just started reading the Bible one day and he was just boom. Like it's not like that. It's, for me at least. I know without a doubt in my mind that he is real now. The more I question Christianity, the more problems I have with it, and then I investigate those problems, I realize they are problems. The more I question it, the more I do my research, the more I believe in it, and I think that's beautiful. The more research I do about Islam or Judaism or Hinduism or Buddhism, I'm like, how can you believe this? How can you look up to Muhammad? How can you believe Muhammad? Oh, he lived a life of sin. He was a bad person that used his power, that used Allah, that used God, um, for war, power, political power. How can you have someone that like that? How can you look up to someone like that? How can yeah, Jesus is just a prophet. Jesus isn't real. But why do you say that? What evidence do you have? You don't have any evidence. It's because you want to be special. It was all self-interest. He gained so much money and so much power, so much influence. Jesus was humble. He lived, he preached, and he did what he preached. He practiced what he preached. He has eyewitnesses. People, big thing. People will die for what they think is true, but people will not die for what they know is a lie. If Jesus did not appear to all of those people, they would not have died for him. I think the more research you, the more theology as well. I think, it's awesome. It's changed my life. I never thought I would be religious in any way, but it has changed my life, and I want to change everyone else's in the same way. But now I gotta be able to communicate that in the best way possible. I think there's a lot of Christians that damage Christianity because of how they communicate with that, because the ego in their message. We are all equal. We are all equal. It doesn't matter. We are all made in the image of God, and I think that a lot of Christians have an ego when they talk to other people, that they are better because they believe. That's not true. That's not true at all. The most damaging thing for Christianity is not the unbeliever, it's the misrepresentation. In Jesus' name.